What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It is Friday. I know I haven't been on here for about a good, 2 to 3 weeks. I just had a lot of stuff going on in my life, a lot of exciting changes. I'm excited to share those with y'all finally today. The dog still hasn't gone anywhere. He's out there barking like a madman. I did keep the Freestyle Friday thing going. I enjoyed that last time. So I asked a bunch of my friends and people on Facebook and on LinkedIn to drop some questions and topics. I got those. So we're gonna go over those and go over all the exciting stuff that's happened in my life lately. So on that note, it's been a minute. Let's talk about it. So as usual, I want to thank you for your time today. I want to thank all my friends for their continued support. I want to thank you for people watching this video, liking the video, sharing the video. It really means a lot to me. This being new, I mean, having someone support you is a great feeling. It makes you feel like you're not alone. On that same note, I want to apologize for the dog. If he barks, can't do nothing about it. I'm going to try to keep this just going straight through. Obviously, I'm gonna have to split it every now and then, drink some water or whatever the case is. Take a look at this shirt. Look at that. Let's give props to the shirt. Born a Texan. I have all the questions here for Freestyle Friday. But first, I want to go ahead and bring you in on what's been going on with me. So I tried to continue doing a daily vlog at the same time that I set a goal for myself to get back in the gym. There was just too much going on. So it's either do the vlog, do the gym. And I really made a commitment to myself. When, for the people that know me, they know when I put a goal in my head, boom, it's on. And I'm like laser focused on that. And I'm gonna keep doing it until I get it. So the last 2 to 3 weeks, that's what I've been doing. I had to put the vlog aside so I can make sure I go to work in the morning and then also do all of our photography stuff. For those that don't know, we have a photography business, so we have deadlines we have to make for each client, and that's important. And I don't want to miss a deadline to be doing this or do this and miss the deadline or whatever it is. Anyways, you get where I'm going. So I've been working out. When we first started the vlogs, y'all were with me. I was letting you know, hey, I'm on a diet, I'm on this, and I didn't fail. And it was because I had to make that sacrifice. Even though I enjoy this, when I was doing it daily, I just didn't want to risk that. And anytime you start a goal, it's important when you start a goal to have a clear mind and to be focused on that. If you're doing so many different things, you're gonna fail. I know I'm gonna fail. I have to be honest with myself. I can't do everything all at once. And starting the type of program that I'm doing now, I just didn't want to risk it. So what I do now is I wake up at 5:15 every morning. I hit the gym. I have a boxing gym that's in my house that we built, and it has the machines that I need. So I'm in there at 5:15 in the morning. Get that done. I'm done by like 6:30, 6:40, hit the shower, change, off to work. From work, come back, hit the gym again. Now, the reason I have to do it twice is because I can't allocate 2 to 3 hours of what I need to do. And the way my body works is I have to shock it. And that's the only thing that works. So when I started, I was at 211 pounds. Big old fat boy. Big old fat boy. I've dropped 21 pounds. 21 pounds. And it's because of what I'm doing. And also I didn't break the diet. I did have a couple of meat days because I need that protein, because I feel like my body is like eating up all the fat. It's like, feed me, see more. So I had to break down and eat some meat, but I've been pretty much eating in the mornings, 2 hard-boiled eggs, some of that oatmeal, whatever that is, and then like a turkey sandwich, and then I'm done for the day. And whatever, you know, my wife makes at home, but yeah. So that was that part. On another note, my family knows that my daughter was, she's pregnant. She's expecting a child. So we had a gender reveal. And a lot of people have been asking me about when am I going to announce that? When am I going to let them know if it was a boy or a girl? And being a grandparent, you got to step back. You're not really the father. You know, the baby doesn't really belong to you, even though you feel like it because it came from your daughter. You got to step back and be a grandparent and not take the role of a father. So I had to wait for them to announce it. So on that note, bam, it's a little boy. A little boy. I wanted a little girl. I was Team Pink. And what they did the day of the gender reveal is they had a cake, and my daughter Carissa was in charge. So she got this cake and it was pink in the middle. So they had these 2 cups and they drew the cups out and it was pink. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm all excited. I'm stoked. You know, my heart was going big. I mean, it really didn't matter if it was a boy or a girl. As long as the baby comes here healthy, it's a blessing. But when I saw that pink, I'm like, yes. I got 4 daughters. My other child, she's a girl. And then I have another grandbaby boy as well. But I still wanted a little girl. I don't know what it is, but I'm more drawn to little girls. So in my family, and I gotta say that differently. You know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say anything stupid on here, but having all girls and raising little girls to the women that they are now, that's what I'm accustomed to now. So anyways, so they took the things out of the cake, and then we lit these candles, and the candles were blue. And they played this trick on all of us. So what I thought was going to be a girl turned out to be a little boy. So I'm excited on that. So on that note, yeah, little baby boy. We're excited. My whole family's excited. Can't wait for him to be here. I can't wait to meet him. And I thank you guys for your patience on that. Like I said, us being grandparents, we really can't announce for somebody else. I had to wait for my daughter and her boyfriend to announce it first. So it's announced, it's out there, little boy. So other than that, everything else has been going good. I mean, been finishing up our projects. What I did find, I thought it was gonna be really, really hard on the 5:30s wake up. I mean, it is hard, but you know, I'm doing it. There's been some times where I just want to hit that alarm, you know, smash that alarm. But if I didn't keep that goal, if I didn't go to the gym in the mornings, I would feel bad about myself. And I didn't want to feel bad because that's all it takes. It just takes that one little semilla. It just takes that one negative comment to enter your head, and you just give up on yourself. So I didn't give up on myself. I'm lifting more weights now. What I started doing 1 mile on the treadmill. Now I'm up to 3 miles in the morning. In the mornings, I do all my aerobics. In the afternoon, I do my weights. Anyways, let's move on because I'm just blabbing about that. I'm excited. And for those that know me, that have been supporting me on that side, thank you. Thank you for being there. I've been posting up my pictures of what I've been eating. And I'm not posting to boast. It's no post to boast. It's post to hold myself accountable, because I find the more people that know about it, the more people that's gonna hold me accountable. They won't be like, well, here's the candy, here you go, eat this. No, they'll be like, hey, I thought you were on the diet. You know, what are you doing? Don't break that, keep it going. And some other people that have joined in on a diet with me, that's been encouraging. So I don't feel so alone on that. Anyways, so now we're on the Freestyle Friday. I had a lot of questions on here. A lot of them seem to be going around the solar or the lunar eclipse. Like I told everybody else, I just wanted simple questions. I don't know nothing about the lunar eclipse. So I tried to Google some of that stuff. I don't know. So we're gonna go through these. The first question I got is from Jason Gore. Why is everyone going crazy over the lunar eclipse or solar eclipse? Is it a solar or lunar? Put that in the comments. I don't even know. That's when you know you're goal driven. When everything else is just like, what's going on? Someone told me about it. I'm like, what is that? They're like, oh, all this stuff is going on, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, Jason. I guess everybody goes crazy. What I found is if you're solid in your foundation, you don't need to go crazy about anything. Just like how they were doing with the COVID stuff, man. Come on now. Or the toilet paper, or this, or that, or the baby formula, all this. You just gotta be firm in your foundation, firm in your belief, firm in yourself that you're gonna make it through anything. Like I said, sometimes I do think, I'm like, hey, what if it was a zombie apocalypse? I'm good. I'm good. I will survive. I will be that one on that show that makes it to the end. Especially how much we're armed up here. We'll just be blasting zombies left and right from the windows. Pow, 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 pow. Scrape them up. So yeah, solar, lunar, I don't know. Apparently it happens, I don't know. I've asked 3 different people and I asked Siri, and Siri thought I was crazy. She's like, what are you talking about? I asked my daughter, 2 people at work. I'm like, hey, what's the big deal? They're like, oh, it only happens every 5 years. I'm like, okay. Another person, oh, it only happens every 10 years. And then the other person's like, it happens every 80 years. I don't even know. Anyways, so moving on. George Mancera, of course, in that same type of topic, asked if anybody wants to use their DSLR for solar eclipses and what I recommend if they're going to use it. I don't know. All I know is if you stare at the sun, you're going to burn your friggin' eyes. But I did YouTube it, and I saw a person that was doing the last one. I don't think it's the same, because I don't know when it happens. 10, 80, 50, 30 years, I don't know. But anyways, he had a Sony camera, and he had a huge, like, I think 300 to 400 lens, and he shot it up, and he opened up the sensor, and then he stopped it. It was only 5 seconds, and that sensor burned. As soon as he popped the Sony off, you just pop it off, the sensor was fried. So he recommended using this type of filter. So I guess there's a filter for it. I don't know. I'm going to be working like the other people that work at my job. They're going to give us 15 to 20 minutes to go outside. I don't even want to go outside. I got so much stuff to do. I'm not really concerned with that. Anyways, moving on. So my daughter Cielo chimed in. She normally doesn't chime in. This one's for you, girl. She said, how was Easter? Easter was amazing for me. It wasn't like the Easters before. If the people that know me know that I had to go out to these parks and reserve a spot, and that was like 5 or 6 in the morning, and then wait for everybody to wake up and get out there. So I was there from like 6 in the morning all the way till 2 to 3 when everybody starts showing up. You know how Mexicans are. We show up late for everything, but we always send out one person, and I'm always that one person at the park reserving the tables. I don't know, but we didn't have to do that this time. I just spent the day with my family. We made some tortas, and we just enjoyed just being together. Sometimes that's what really matters, is just being with your family. I'm gonna try not shaking this paper, because last time I shook the paper when the video was editing, or when I was editing the video, you can hear the paper. So anyways, she also chimed in with the second question. She's asked me, what will I be adding to the show decor or furniture? I don't know. I got these 2 big lamp things out there. I got the little lights. we're gonna be working on it. So I'm working on the outside right now. I have to seal it all up. This is a big 12 by 24 external garage. So I have to seal everything before I do anything on the inside. Like I said, I'm real picky on everything. I gotta hit this first, that first, this first, that first. And then also my wife is gonna be sharing it for her show. So I'm gonna have to build a panel that turns. One that has one side for my show and one that has one side for her show. So it's a work in progress, just like myself. Thank you. I appreciate your question. My other daughter chimed in, Caitlin. She asked me what was my favorite high school memory. I don't even remember. For those that don't know, I went to 15 high schools, 3 school districts, 2 correctional schools. I got transferred left and right. I was fighting. I was thrown from one to another. Now, high school, I don't remember much because, you know, I didn't have a lot of time where I could meet and associate with different people. I think the shortest stay I had was 45 minutes. The longest I stayed was like 3 months, and that's where I graduated from. But I do remember my middle school. I remember this one time, there was a dance, and everybody was excited about this dance. And everybody was, back in those days, the girls would ask the guys to the dance, not vice versa. I don't know how it is now, but so they would do it with these little foldable things, you know? I don't know if you guys remember, if you do, comment, but it was a foldable, and I never got one before. You know, I never talked to anybody. I was like this little shy, stupid kid. And this girl comes up and she drops it. I'm like, what is this? And she drops it right on my food. I'm like, I love food. So I put it on the side. I didn't think about it. And then I started playing with it. I'm like, what? And I ripped it. I ripped it. And I didn't know what was put into the note. So days go by and this girl comes up and she's like, hey, how come you didn't answer? How come you didn't do it? I'm like, answer what? You gave me a piece of paper that folds. And she was like, you know, I asked if you would go with me to this dance. I said, oh. And that was probably one of my best memories of school. Just something stupid, but it stuck in my head. Moving on. My other daughter, that's crazy. All my daughters are asking questions. She asked, what is the worst thing I've done when in my younger years? It's a big list, baby girl. That's a big list. My daughters know that I don't try to hide anything that I've done, whether it be substances or occurrences or jail time or fights. I don't try to hide none of that stuff. Everything was worse. I've done so much stuff in my past that I still struggle to forgive myself for. I do know one time of a big mistake I made. I picked this one small guy out of this group of skinheads. We'll talk more about that once we start getting into the vlogs, because, you know, I was part of this gang life before, and I tried to get out, and I just got into another huge other world that was darker, that had the equal amount of violence. So these skinheads came up, and I picked the wrong one. I picked the smallest one, and I got whooped on. And I learned that day, it's not about your size. It's about your skills. It's about them hands. I still won it at the end because I picked him up and pile drived him. But when we were going hand to hand, I mean, he gave me a good licking. So, and then we rode the bus back together. All bloodied up. I was wearing a white shirt. I looked like I was a zombie on the bus. And so did he. We were both banged up. We became good friends after that. That's crazy. But thank you for your question. I appreciate it. Moving to the next question that I have. This comes from John Morales. What is your daily schedule? Well, I think I said that earlier. I wake up at 5:15, work out, take a shower, get my coffee, run out the door, go to work. From work, come back home, change, gym, shower, eat, edit, and then continue going through. I only need 5 hours of sleep. I can't go longer than that because my body hurts, my head hurts. So I'm feeling good. My body, it doesn't hurt like I'm dead tired. It hurts because, you know, I'm activating these muscles that have been dormant forever. One good thing is I started boxing again, so I'm on my bags, you know. That was something I enjoyed a lot. There's nothing like a speed bag. It helps your mind, it helps your speed, it helps your accuracy. If you're gonna get into any kind of exercise, or if you wanna get into boxing, learn the speed bag first. See, he agrees with me. But learn your speed bag. You learn the speed bag, you can go to the punching bag. A lot of people like to come in and then just and they ain't got nothing. They got nothing. I've been against big boys. And if you ain't got that speed and you ain't got that movement, the accuracy, you're just like a big walking bag with these big old arms. You know, you get swung on. Anyway, so thank you, John, for your question. Cynthia asked me how my diet is going. It's going good. I thought I would be eating myself with diet, but it's been going good. I didn't know that eggs filled you up that much. I was used to eggs on a sandwich with sausage, cheese, bread, sausage, eggs, and I want it like that big, you know? And then have the nerve to ask for a biscuit with gravy on it. I know my wife's listening, so. Or an omelet, and I'm thinking an omelet should just be ham and cheese or whatever. No, I was getting ham, bacon, sausage, and a little bit of vegetables. And then loaded up with cheese. So it was always reversed. But it's been going good. Like I said, we've had a couple of days where I felt the need to eat some protein with, you know, chicken and stuff like that. But we've been eating a lot of fish and a lot of filler foods, a lot of peanut butter. My God, a lot of peanut butter. But thank you, Cynthia, for your question. I appreciate it. I'm still trying to learn where to look at on here. And since I've been off of this for a good minute, still kind of struggling, but I'm here. Next question is from my wife, Liliana. She asked me to go over the mentalities of the new generation that's out there now. I'm old school. I came up with respect. I came up with valuing other people's opinions. I came up with respecting the elders, caring for people, picking them up if they fell, if someone's doing something wrong to another person or a bully. I grew up with that. Take them on. I think we've shied away from that. I don't want to go too deep on that because there's so much more that you can unpack with that. Like the slap videos, I can't stand those. Or I can't stand when people get sucker punched and people are posting those videos. That stuff bugs me. I think that if you record someone getting hit and post that stuff, I think you should be held accountable too. That's just me. Because you didn't offer or render aid to that person. You thought it was more funnier to record the video so you can get your likes and your views and stuff like that. I'm just different. I find in this new generation of kids that some people are raising, I'm not saying all, you have some people that are great parents out there, but I think that there are some parents that just steered away from that. I think a lot of people blame other things for stuff happening in their life. They feel that they are a victim of how they grew up. They feel they're a victim of their circumstance instead of looking at where they can go in life. I know I felt that way for a while too, until I realized everything I did in my life is because of me, not because of anybody else, not because I grew up in the hood or this and that. You can grow up in the hood and you can come out the hood. And then you can go back in the hood and bring someone out. You come out of the darkness, you don't just come out of the darkness just to get out. You come out of the darkness and you start to shine for everybody. And then if you see people in the darkness, you reach down there and you grab them, bring them into that light with you. I can go on for days. All I know is what I try to teach my children, and that's respect. I think we as humans, if we were to show our children, especially our young men out there, we show them how to be men, then we wouldn't lose so many. It's sad. It's sad when I see the news, like what's going on in Chicago and stuff like that, or just different people taken out for stupid things, when all it would take was just someone's father to step into that role and be like, hey, you know what, don't do that. Let me show you the way. Or even people that didn't have parents. I think if us as men, as fathers, we help raise the villages of others, we help them. We save those people. We save kids from being blasted in the street or turning to the street. I don't know. That's a deep one. So, gracias, amor. I love you. Moving on. I saved this one for the last. This one's from my friend Rafael. He's thinking about doing a printing company. So he asked me a question. He said, how can I show people how I started? I guess me. Something different than photography. Like I asked him on the side, I sent by the side chat, I'm like, hey, how do you want me to talk about that? He basically told me, well, you started, you went and bought some camera gear. Was it expensive? Blah, 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 blah. How did you go? Now that I look back, I think that you have to put it in your mind. If you have a goal, you have a dream, write it and believe in it. Put some faith into it, but you got to put action. You can't just be like, hey, I'm going to start this business. And then I come back at you 2 years later. Hey, I'm still going to start the business. This is my dream. This is my goal. This is what's holding me back. Don't let things hold you back. Just jump in. When we started this photography company, he asked me if we bought expensive cameras. They were expensive to me. It took a lot. I had to refigure how to get what we need to start the company. So I had to invest some money, and we put it on credit. You know, I'm not gonna lie, we put it on credit. So those items ended up costing more than what they were worth, but it allowed me to get to that goal. It allowed me to get to my wife's dream, to start her company. From there, let me back up a little bit. If I'm gonna start a printing company, like he's gonna do, first off, I would get the equipment. And I would start just telling everybody, hey, I got a printing company, let me do this for you, let me do that for you. Build a brand. Some people don't do that. They don't build a brand. They build, they try to go out there and do everything that they can do without focusing on their brand. When we started, I realized early, hey, you know what? I need to stand out. And we built the brand. Some people didn't like that, especially the people that were in the market already. They're like, oh, how cute, fotolilly, it's got a little flower. All right. And then, like I said before, I would reach out to people, and some people are just not nice. You know what I mean? Some people their egos are just up their hole and comes out their mouth. The same, both interested. It's like they're talking out of both ends the same way. Reach out to those people that want to help you. And you don't need to be in your same niche. The best people that can help you are people that are outside of your niche. And I got you, bro. I got you. Any kind of marketing, any kind of social media stuff, I got you. I was in some photography groups, and I have some photography chat groups going on and stuff like that. But I joined this other chat group, and it's full of entrepreneurs. And they have pushed me from what I was already doing to what I'm doing now. And I'm amazed, because it's not, my other groups that I'm in, they're cool, they're good friends and stuff like that. But I need to get my mindset out of just doing photography. I need to get my mindset into preparing the rest of my life, preparing for my exit plan from photography. I need to not put all my eggs in one bucket and step away from things. You know, my main goal is just, I want to be financially free. I want to be able to do stuff like this. I want to do the podcast. Speaking of that, we're going to release that next one in 2 days from now. So stay tuned for that. But like I was saying, just get out there, start your dream. Don't listen to nobody unless they're in your ear supporting you. If they're not supporting you, don't listen to it. Don't listen to people that have been in the market for like 10, 20 years. There's some photographers out there like, oh, I've got 25 years in photography experience. But yeah, man, you're still producing the same kind of garbage. I don't know. Some people like that, some people don't. Some people like me, some people don't. They hate me. A mí me vale. I'm going to do what I do. I'm not going to stay in people's little box. I'm not going to stay in your little realm. I'm going to take myself and elevate myself. I'm looking to go somewhere else. And that's what you need to do, Rafa. You need to buy that equipment, find people. Look at Rick Mercado. If you're watching this, he's a prime example, Rafa. Reach out to Rick. Ask him about him and his printing company. Hey, and I'm still waiting for my shirts. They haven't got here yet, brother. Rick Mercado, he started his own printing company and he sending us some shirts. Still ain't here. I'll wear them, you know, I'll spot them on here. You got to send them to me. Anyways, that was long-winded. But basically just do you. Don't worry about anybody else. So that's all the questions I got. I don't think I left any other ones off. Anyways, that was a lot. But like I always tell everybody, appreciate life, love life, be happy, smile more. A smile is contagious. It spreads like wildfire. A smile has more power than chisme. And if you see someone starting a business, support them. It feels good when I have people supporting me. It feels good when I look to somebody and I don't have to ask them, hey, what do you think? Or it feels good to clap for people and the people that you're clapping for are clapping for you. Get away from the people that don't clap for you. Get away from the people that you give compliments to, but they don't in turn give that. Those people are like sponges. They'll take that stuff from you and you won't grow. So anyways, I'm going to be on here tomorrow. I'm going to be on here Sunday, Monday. I do ask that if I'm not on here, just bear with me. That means I have another something come up. But it's not because I'm dead or anything else like that. It's just I got to reallocate my time frame. My wife does the photography. I do all the editing, video editing, social media, everything that we hit on here. And if you're like Rafa and you have a goal in your mind and you have a dream, just do it. I'm not telling you to quit your 9 to 5 because I still haven't. You got to be smart. Don't dive straight in. Buy and start. Learn and learn and learn. And if you're interested in getting into photography, don't fall into the trap of all the workshops. We got some workshops that are here in Dallas that all you do is you go there and it's like 8 hours of them talking about how good they are. That's not what you need. You need to go to workshops that are going to be like, hey, let me see your business plan. Let me see your photography. What can I help you with that I'm not talking about myself? That's just being real. Now, whether you like that or not, it's real. If you're spending 8 hours talking about yourself, what good are you doing anybody else? That's probably why you can't fill up them classrooms. Boom! Snap! Oh, shots fired. Anyways, on that note, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you guys. The other day I got into size, 36. Boom! I was sending those pants to Mexico because I was like, I can't fit in it. Buttons were tight, you know, belts were like burning into your stomach. Not anymore. I feel good. I'm happy. I got a grandbaby coming. Business is good. We're racking up tons of senior sessions. And like I say, that's not to boast about me, it's about up there. Believe. Put it in his hands, and he'll rain it down. Until next time, deuces.